What's happening, you guys? We are back from our game two at the NBA Finals experience, and it was absolutely incredible. It was so cool to be there. It was awesome to perform there. But of course, I'm not just a performer, I'm a big time basketball fan. And here we're going to talk about the game. And game two was kind of what I expected, and I think what most people expected, which was that the Thunder would show up. The Thunder would bounce back. They've been doing this all season. When the pressure seems to ramp up, these guys seem to come through, and it really starts with SGA, who has been kind of a calming presence for this team. I found out that after game one, he was the first one to walk into the family room and pretty much kind of calm the tension. Obviously, after a highly anticipated game one of the NBA Finals, people thought this Thunder team would come in and take care of business. They were over 10-point favorites against the Pacers and ended up losing at the end in a game that they controlled most of the time. But SGA was the first one out the locker room into the family room and told everyone it'll be all right. And you might think that's not a big deal, but it's a huge deal because in that family room are the people that all these players are most close to. They are the people that, they are going to go to and talk to when they get home about the game and how they're feeling about the series. And so having those people's spirits maybe get lifted a little bit before seeing their loved ones and going home makes a difference. Now the attitude around their families and around everybody is like, you know what? Yeah, we're going to be all right. And it's little things like that that go a long way. And that's the leadership that SGA has brought to this team really this whole season and really since he's been there and kind of grown into his own. And he's doing an incredible job. I mean, he had less points in game two, but he had a better game in game two because of the way he kind of made sure that he got his teammates involved and was just that guy that needed to be there. He still dropped 34 on the Pacers in game two. His stat line went 34 points with 8 assists and 5 rebounds. But really, as I recap and kind of rewatch that game, you can just tell he controlled the game and he kind of had the Pacers where he wanted them. And on the other side, everybody's talking about Halliburton, and he struggled again. He did struggle. I know that the stat line might look different. He finished with 17 points. 12 of those were in the fourth quarter, where really the Thunder were trying to close the game out. And again, we'll still give him credit for the 17 points. That's awesome. He went 7 for 13 shooting, so that looks fine. But he had 6 assists. And really, it's just the way the Thunder are forcing him to play. And we talked about this with Ant Edwards in the last round, where he wasn't really putting up too many shots because the Thunder were kind of shutting that off. Now, the difference is everyone wants Halliburton to be super aggressive in game three. And I'll say this. Ant is a different kind of beast than you could say Halliburton is. Ant could get his shot up against anyone. You guard him with Chet, Hartenstein, or Caruso. He'll still get a shot up. And to be honest, for him, it'll still be somewhat of a quality look. With Halliburton, I don't think he has that. He can mismatch onto a big, and he can take someone off the dribble like Giannis, like he did against the Bucks. And Giannis is a great defender, but that's where Halliburton does have that advantage. But if you start doubling him and he starts putting up bad shots, it's not going to go well for Indiana. So I don't necessarily think that's the answer. And if it is the answer, then it's on the coaching. It's on Rick Carlisle to set him up with better opportunities by using his teammates, not just saying, hey, Hallie, go and take over and put up 30 shots tonight. Because if he does that, the Pacers are going to lose. That's not the way you want him to play. And ultimately when he gets a big scoring night like he did in that Knicks series, it's because the flow of the game led him to that. It's because his teammates were knocking shots down, being threats to the Knicks defense, which then was moving the ball around. You had the defense scrambling, and it'll find a wide open Halliburton for 3. It would find a Halliburton on the mismatch against Mitchell Robinson, and he would take him off the dribble and hit his little 12-foot floater that he likes to hit. So those are the plays that Halliburton and the Pacers need to look for him to get. But just telling him to chuck up a whole bunch of shots is not going to be the answer. Game 3, I expect this one to be a close game. The Pacers are coming home. They did what they had to do on the road and take game 1, so they got the split. And really, I said this before game 2. Now, instead of 3 chances, they have 2 chances to win 1 game, because obviously that's not going to be their mindset. They're going to want to take game 3 and take game 4 and protect home court. But realistically, if they just get one of these 2, when it goes back 2-2 to OKC for game 5, the pressure is going to be on the Thunder because they are the heavy favorites. And again, they have shown that they can come through time and time again under pressure, but sometimes that pressure does get to you. And SGA has shown he can come through. But in that game one, some of the guys struggled, and you never know how that goes. It's like a game seven, anything goes. So in the finals, a game five tied 2-2 is probably the same feel as a game seven in the first round would feel, because it's that crucial. Yes, you have another game to live for, but especially if you're the home team and you lose that game five at home, now you're going on the road to Indiana and they have a chance to close it out. That'd be crazy. So again, Indiana is all right. They're, honestly, at this point, this is a series. This is good. So we'll see game three and how that goes. But ultimately, it was a great game too. The vibes were incredible. OKC Thunder fans are just amazing. All the shirts are on. Everybody's there and they are ready for it. And, it's a sold out crowd. Obviously, it's the finals, but you really feel like this is a fan base that's true and genuine to their team, and not, maybe like a corporate sponsor that had 20 tickets that they gave away to business people that are just going to sit there and to take pictures and say they were there. Now, these Thunder fans are there because their heart wants to be there, because they are loving their team. And Indiana's similar. That's the best part about small market teams. Like, honestly, I'm not disappointed in these finals. I know everybody wanted New York to be in it and everything, but realistically, some of these celebrities, I mean, also they're doing things too. I'm not saying they're like not fans, but I'm saying they're out. Timothy Chalamet is over there filming a movie. He's not there for all the, regular season games against the Charlotte Hornets. So that's just a different kind of fan base. And, this just, to me, I love this 666 t-shirt. And these two teams are representing their cities well and proud. And it's great to see. And ultimately, good for these teams for being there. They did it the right way. And it's great. For me, it's a great finals. I'm so excited that this is the finals that we're getting. And I'm excited for a game three that should be a close one. I think the Thunder are going to get it done. Like I said, I mean, at this point, I have to stick to my word. If I pick the Pacers, then my original prediction of Thunder in 5 and possibly a sweep would be gone. So I have to pick the Thunder essentially, right? So I think the Thunder will take care of business. But I do think it'll be close. I think it'll be between that like 3 to 7 point range. I think maybe they're up 3. Pacers miss a shot and then they foul, get some free throws, something like that. But I do expect the Thunder to go out there and do what they've done. They've been the best team in the league all year long. So I don't see that changing now that they've got their footing under them. But I do see the Pacers at least coming out swinging big in the beginning with the fans and everything being so rowdy and crazy. And that's the key. The Thunder just got to withstand that first quarter surge. And if they do that, they're in great shape, and I think they'll get it done. So, all right, we shall see. We shall see. So enjoy game 3.